Hey, what's good, family? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make money trading SPY contracts under $50. Real quick, before we get into the video, be sure to smash the like button. If for some reason you're new here and haven't already and enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And of course, don't miss when we go live. This video is brought to you by Moomoo. At the time of this recording, Moomoo is offering an 8.1% APY on all uninvested cash and up to 60 free stocks when you sign up and make a deposit. And if for some reason you're not familiar with Moomoo, Moomoo is a worldwide brokerage and it more than likely has something for you, whether you are beginner or more seasoned investor. Let me show you just how easy it can be to run company analysis in Moomoo. Let's say I was thinking about buying Apple stock. I would click on Apple or search Apple up. I can click on company, and just like that, I already have the financials right here. I can swipe down, see all this other data. If I want to take a look and see who are the shareholders, I can click on shareholders. I can also look at kind of their dividend payouts. I can see that the dividend yield has come down over time, but I can see that the dividend payout has increased over time. There's a lot more analysis and numbers to look at as well, but this is just scratching the surface. Here we are in the Moomoo app. Here we are taking a look at my account on the day. You can see the account's up $47 on the day, and I only took one trade. The contracts that I got actually ended up closing the day out at $203, but I did not ride them that far. Going on, looking at the history for these contracts, you can see that today I bought, here if we take a look at it, today, which is July 21st, I bought 2 SPY contracts. So when I put in the order, to buy it at 50 cents a share, but I actually got filled at a better price because the price of the contract dropped. I got filled at 48 cents per share. So each contract I got was $48 in total for a total of $96. So taking a look at it, I bought 2 contracts for $48. And if I only got one, this would be 1 contract for $48. So going on, you can see I bought at 11:52 Eastern time. Now, if we go out and look at when I sold the first contract about 15 minutes later. I sold it for 70 at 12:10 Eastern time, and then I sold the next one 7 minutes after that at 73 cents per share at 12:17 Eastern time. Real quick before we hop in the charts and look at the trade, I want to talk about some of the aspects that made this trade work. So this is something I recently got back to doing. So I want to point out that today is July 21st. These contracts also expire on July 21st. So these are 0 DTE contracts. Honestly, they can be very risky. Every time I enter one of these trades, I'm truly prepared to lose all my money. You don't have to lose all your money, but I'm prepared, worst case, to lose everything. Another thing to know about these is you're not going to lose more than you pay when you buy them, but you can lose everything you put in. So that's the first thing. The second factor is going to be the fact that if you don't buy at the beginning of the day, if you wait a couple hours into the day, the good contracts are likely to be a lot cheaper because there's a lot less time on these. They expire in a couple hours and people are trying to get rid of them and they're willing to pay less for them. So because of that, we're willing to get in for less. So contracts that I got for $48 per share. To start the day, here, let's actually look. So right here to start the day, these contracts actually open the day out at about $3.60 per share, $3.60 for the contract. And you can see, like, if you look on this chart right here, you can kind of see the price just dying. And notice right here where this B is, that's right where I bought in. So I have personally found that waiting a couple hours, if you're trading 0 DTEs, as long as the market hasn't been moving like crazy, if there has been some sideways trading, or if the market's starting to slow down, this might actually be a good time to strike. And that's exactly what I did. All right, so let's take a look at the chart so I can show you what I saw when I was getting in. All right, so here we are looking at the SPY for the day. All right, so today when I started trading, when I started looking at things, this was when I came into the market. All right, so market open right here on this candle right here. I've recently just been skipping over all that. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot of money to be made. Like the SPY rocketed up from $28 all the way up to actually reached as high as $6.31. And if we actually kind of take a look and track it, that is a $3.37 move. but I didn't take advantage of that. All right. The move I actually caught today was a lot smaller, but whenever you're able to catch it later. So I entered my trade on this candle. If we can actually back it up, I'll come down and show you how I found this. All right, so we have the EMAs on, but I'm going to turn these off because they weren't relevant. All right, and then everything else is relevant for this trade. All right, so I'm going to back it up time-wise so you can see what I saw. All right, so taking a look at it, this is what I saw on the charts. This trend line actually wasn't here, but just before I entered the trade, I hopped down to the 5 minute to see if I could find a trend. And this was the trend I found. So I noticed I got these two candles on, and then also I think this black candle comes down and touches it right here. We just can't see it because of the, oh, I guess not. What's it look like on the 15? But either way, I kind of used these starting points of the trend to create this trend line, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens here. So we let a little bit go by, and I'm like, okay, we're past the trend. And meanwhile, I'm also paying attention to the RSI and the volume. So the RSI at this point, which is this kind of purple area with the green lines and whatnot, it's overbought, meaning there's been a lot more buying than selling. The buying pressure was kind of slowing down. As you can see, when we're moving up, there's a lot of buying pressure. And then you can see the continuation kind of slows down. It still kind of moves up, but it slows down. We end up passing this trend line. And once we break this trend line, I'm starting to think, okay, I'm now kind of bearish on this. And one thing I'm also doing is, if you haven't seen it and have no idea what I'm talking about, be sure to check out this video right here. This is my favorite trading strategy. Right here, I'm actually just trying to trade a piece of that. All right, so I'm targeting liquidity to the downside. So with me targeting that liquidity, what I'm looking at is setting my target to be this low right here. Here, let me draw that out for you. Setting my target to be this low right here that it made on this wick right here. So with that, I'm looking at this, I'm noticing the volume's kind of low. I see us start selling off, and then I just decided to get in because we broke the trend and it looks like, okay, we might start selling off. So now with that, we kind of go a little bit, and all we needed, I think I may have sold out of one right here, and then I sold out of the other one right here. And I actually didn't even ride it all the way to my target, which was this red line. But yeah, I just sold out right here. And really, the trade was as simple as that. All right, so when it comes to looking at it, this trade, I only rode this trade a total, I only rode it a total of 50 cents. And because I waited until later in the day to get my option contract, and because I bought the contract just outside the money and wrote it in, I was able to make decent profits on this. So once again, the strike that I got was a 131 strike. So once it passed this level right here, this line, it's not going to be exact, but almost every cent that it moves, down, since I had a 0 DTE and it was now in the money, every cent that it moved down was going to be an extra $1 of profit. So for instance, right here, if this would have gone to 130, that likely would have been over $100 from where I entered up here at 131.21. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, be sure to smash the like button. If for some reason you're new here and haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And last, but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life.